Hello there and welcome back to the channel. Sol here bringing you another Boom Beach video, and today is Thursday, May 18, and we have Gearheart's War Factory on the archipelago, and I took the last couple of hours to take her down. Now, it was not easy. Well, let me just rephrase that. I made a lot of mistakes, and those mistakes didn't make it easy for me to finish it up, but I actually ended up doing it. But before we get into that, I want to just again remind you or just apologize. I want to say, like, I haven't uploaded anything for the last couple of days, and the main reason, as you know, or maybe you don't know, family's moving, we're changing jobs, we're changing states, so it's an entire mess that we're going to be doing over the city, over the summer, sorry, and that is just taking a lot of my time, you know, taking trips to go house hunting and planning the move and boxing stuff and doing all that kind of crazy stuff that happens when you're changing jobs and moving. That being said, let's go ahead and take a look what we did and how we did it, or how I did it. So you see, I took 5 attempts, and the first 2 attempts were like crazy horrible. My first idea, hey, maybe I can wire this thing out. And he said, like, yeah, let's just go ahead and clear the mines around it. And I'm gonna land the warriors, and it's gonna be freaking awesome. You know, I'm gonna bring Sergeant Break along, and that's gonna give me I'm gonna be able to do like 200,000 damage on this attack. And if I can repeat that 3 times, there we go. We got it just hammering down without having the need to take anything out. So you can see those lasers are wrecking me. Like, it's freaking crazy. So I go ahead and I do the reverse smoke, and there were still mines on. You know, I still have a couple of my guys. Break made it to the HQ, and I'm here ready to shock what needed to be shocked. And I mean, the smoke just cleared so fast. I wasn't able to send the shocks before it ended. I mean, my timing was way off. Everything. You have to remember, the smoke now lasts 1 second less, number one, and then number 2, even though the smoke is still visible on your screen, the smoke actually goes earlier. So you're thinking, oh yeah, the smoke is still there, I'm going to be able to do it. I mean, if you're not looking at that clock like a hawk, you're going to miss it. I mean, the smoke, your troops become visible before the smoke is fully cleared. So that's something, you know, you have to take into consideration. So that was one wasted attack. Pretty horrible. So I decided, well, let me just go with the safe route. I'm going to use Everspark, and I'm going to go ahead and remote control all those buildings, right? All those 4 rocket launchers. And then I'm going to Everspark this 3 rocket launchers. And then I have an extra attack to do a Rifleman Suka attack or something like that to destroy all this. And then finally finish it off with a Rifleman or with an all-Suka attack or something like that. Well, it didn't go as planned. As you can see, all the units took a pick. That was sort of on purpose for me to save some GBE, but it wasn't really what I needed. So you're gonna see on the first one, I think I ended up sending sorry. I ended up sending my smoke. Actually, it's on the second one. I ended up sending my smoke too fast. Let's take a look. There we go. So that was some wasted smoke, some wasted GBE, and by that point, I'm really stressing out. I'm like, oh my god, what's going on? So I sort of compose myself, and I wait a little bit longer to send the smoke. So I got a little bit tagged with the unit, and then I'm like, okay, now I'm in a perfect position. I'm gonna be able to do a double hack. So let me throw some critters. I'm gonna hack that building. It's gonna get killed. But then, guys, I did not consider that once I did that, I was going to have 12 critters on the field, plus the critters that Everspark stakes. So now you're going to see the building is hacked, and then all the structures are looking at my critters. Everybody. So I'm wasting. So it's only this, and that are shooting at the rocket launcher. So the remote control expires, and I have nothing to show for it. I mean, like the guy is like halfway through, and I was halfway loaded with my Sukas, thinking that I was gonna. That's the last troop I'm gonna need, so I'm gonna go ahead and load her. And I'm like, I cannot waste this attack. I need to kill that rocket launcher. So then I decided, well, is 4 boats going to be enough? And I'm like, hell yeah, 4 boats is going to be enough. So I'm just going to land 4 boats right here. So I go ahead and land 4 boats. Well, you know what this story is going to end. 4 boats was not enough. So my guys, my Sukas start firing. Some of them start firing at the... I had no GBE. That's the only thing I had, right? The GBE and some medkit. And the Sukas start firing at the thing. And I'm like, oh shit. So I'm not going to be able to get this done. So then I saw, oh, well, I'm going to land some more Sukas. But guys, I land the Sukas sort of in the middle. So they have to walk all the way on the open to get to the attack position. And I'm like, oh, well, there's 1 extra boat of Suka. It's going to work. No, Soul, it's not going to work. Well, what are you doing? What are you thinking that is going to work? And obviously, I ended up losing all my Sukas with a rocket launcher that is halfway dead, essentially. Or almost dead. You know, I think it just needed 1 artillery shot to be completely done. So at that point, I'm like really, what do you call it? Not depressed. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm not looking forward. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to finish this. So I'm like, oh, what? I'm bummed out, I guess. So I go ahead. Okay, let me destroy this BGBE. Let's go ahead and damage tag all those rocket launchers. And I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going to aerospark now, aerospark to the middle. And it's going to be awesome because every single structure right there is going to be on range. And I'm going to be able to do a double hack or something like that. And I don't know why. I keep doing that shit. I keep doing that. I keep barraging my own troops. Luckily, Everspark survives. And at that point, my morale was even lower. So, and then I'm freaking out again. So obviously I smoked her before the actual hack could go out. So then that's an extra smoke wasted, plus the GBE of the barrage, plus the medkit. And, you know, obviously the laser hit me because I got spotted. And then they sort of burned me. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get this done now. At least I'm going to get 1. And guys, guess what? When I hacked, it hacked the freaking flamethrower because that's what you needed to hack, right? So at this point, I'm really depressed. I'm like, okay, well, this is not going to happen. So I think I sent a barrage. And then I'm evaluating my options, seeing what's going to be done, what I can do. What I had on my mind, the plan that I had on my mind that was not going to cost me any reload time was essentially turning into a nightmare. Like I'm seriously not going to be able to finish this one, and that's not a big deal. Not being able to finish this. I'm max level, so it's really not a big deal if I don't. But the proto parts are the ones I heard. I like proto parts. I like having them. So failing this and not being able to collect all the proto parts that I wanted was actually a little bit frustrating for me. In any case, I do my 4th attack, and I said, like, I need to clear this rocket launcher to make it easy on myself. So first attack was flawless. I did not get hit, did not get spotted. So I'm in range of that second rocket launcher. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get this now. And then, so you see me, I'm hacking, and now I'm almost dead. So I'm thinking, I'm quickly thinking what's going to be my end game. I have an extra attack, and I have 15 seconds to figure out what am I going to do. Because at this point, after I went in, I just wanted to kill the rocket launchers. And maybe I was thinking, oh, I'm just going to do an RCCM attack, maybe come on this side, or maybe go on the top and clear as much as I can and just collect some gears. That way, I'm going to be out of the range of this laser for a little while. I'm going to be on the range of this. The shock blaster is not going to be able to hit me. So that right there on the top is 12 extra gears that I'm going to be able to easily collect with not much damage if I use Rifleman Suka Medics or just Rifleman Suka, something like that. So at this point, I realized, oh, wait. If I destroy this flamethrower, I can probably sneak some of my troops right there. And this is where, I mean, that's what I should have thought at the beginning. If I could smoke some guys there with those rocket launchers out, this is a 4-shock solution. You shock right here in the middle between these 2 boom cannons, and then you shock the 2 shock blasters. You shock right on the HQ, and you're going to cover all the machine guns there. So that's going to be easy. And then you shock the lasers here, and you shock that laser, and that's it. Nobody else is going to have range. So I quickly then realized, wait a second. So I'm going to be able to then I'm going to shock that flamethrower because that was going to be the only one that I was not going to be able to shock singly. So I target the flamethrower, my Everspark dies, but the flamethrower goes down. So I think, did I have some extra GBE? I don't think I had some extra GBE. Or maybe I did. Oh, yeah. I essentially then dunked some extra GBE here on the laser beam because I was thinking if I can put some GBE on this too, maybe I can destroy them and save. Because I at this point I think I had like 47 GBE. So I did not know, to be honest, what was the health on these guys. So I decided to start dumping GBE on those. I think I ended up landing some of my Sukas, the ones that had loaded, to capture some more to do some extra damage. At the end, it did not matter. But I had to do something with my troops. Like I always say to you guys, even if you do an Everspark, don't just waste the attack. Just do something with your troops. Land them, destroy some stuff. It's going to be better because, number one, for every unit that you destroy, the core gets some damage. Remember, 70% of the core's health, including 70% of the core health comes from the structures on the building. So what you do, multiply the core health by 70%, and then that result you divide it by the number of items on the map, by the number of structures, and that is the amount of health per structure that the core is going to take out every time you destroy an economy building, a defense, something on the map. So now here we are, loaded Osukas, one with Sergeant Brick, level 5 battle orders, and this is a, how do you call this? This is a Hail Mary pass. So the idea was I am going to go ahead and I'm going to land my troops and I'm going to smoke them right here in front of this ice statue. Going to target the core, going to activate level 5 battle orders. I'm going to be on time on the shocks because I know I'm going to need, with my level of Sukas and with my level of Sukas, at least I'm going to need 8 seconds. So that is 4 shots that I need to put out. Now, with the battle orders, that time is going to be reduced by about, 25%? So essentially, I'm gonna need 6 seconds to take this out. Now, I could have done a standard landing in which I flare and then I go ahead and smoke. On my experience, when I'm on this level of stress, I tend to make a lot of mistakes. So I decided to do a center landing, which worked pretty well. I was a little bit off on the last boat, but nothing bad. I think I ended up losing like 6 Sukas on there. But the rest of the attack was flawless. I mean, I had some of my girls just stepped out of the smoke and they got targeted. So now I need to be extra careful. On this. So there you see me. I'm targeting the core. Some of my guys actually, I think, went out. No, they didn't. And you see me, I'm early on the shocks. I need to be early because I was spotted. And you see I target first the lasers and then I target. So that's 1. And that's 2. And that's 3. And that is 4. And the HQ went down. Pretty lucky, I want to say. I mean, it was a Hail Mary pass and it ended up working. Obviously, now that you've seen sort of what works and what doesn't, it's easy. You go do an Everspark, destroy the rocket launchers on the left, do an Everspark, destroy all the rocket launchers on the right. With the remaining energy, maybe target that flamethrower so that you don't get fired by him. And then that's it. I mean, you go for the core. You have 3 attacks. You can do it in 2 if you're unlucky. And yeah, this was horrible. I mean, it was demoralizing. That was the word I was looking for before. It was demoralizing, thinking, oh, I'm going to be able to do our warriors, and then failing completely, and then reassessing your plan, and then failing completely in 3 of those 4 attempts. It was really bad. But in any case, that's how I took, or I almost took down. Well, I took. This is how I almost not took down Gearheart Factory today. I'm not going to say I encourage you to try it this way because obviously this was a complete mess. But I wanted to share something with you guys. You guys gave me a lot of support of putting something out, even if I don't have a lot of time. I have to do it. So in any case, guys, I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping by. And I'll try to upload something later today if I have the time. If not, it's going to be on the weekend. That being said, guys, thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe, comment, and like if you can. And Sol is checking out. Later.